What do you know about menstrual hygiene? That is the conversation I'm going to be getting into right here. We do know that historically menstruation was shrouded in secrecy and stigma, with discussions often relegated to hushed tones behind closed doors. But now in schools, we are getting wider open communications or conversations on menstrual hygiene. People no longer have to hide to have this conversation. And we also do know that out of the 1.9 million of our children who enroll for primary 1, by the time they sit for primary 7, we only have 670,000 Ugandan children sitting for primary 7 or going into secondary schools. So is menstrual hygiene part of the problems as to why many drop out of school? We would like to know more about that and what is being done by the good counterparts or partners, that is Softcare, to handle the issue of menstrual hygiene. And to talk about that, I do have a very, very great gentleman right here joining me right now in studio to talk about this issue. Very good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Festo Mugisha, you're going to talk to us about Softcare and the work you're doing in Uganda. Before we get into the nitty-gritties of the conversation, first talk to us about how Softcare has been handling this issue of menstrual hygiene in Uganda.
So Softcare is a Ugandan company incorporated in 2020.
2020?
Yeah, but
only 5 years.
Yes, 5 years. But we've been in existence for so long because we're an international company.
But in Uganda since 2020.
Yeah, in Uganda since 2020. But we're established in Kenya, Tanzania, Senegal, Ghana. In South America, we are in Peru, then also Kazakhstan.
So you came around a time when we had almost closed the economy. People were not moving. Some of our children were still at home. How are you actually dispensing all these services? How are they receiving your Softcare pads and also the Pampers?
So Softcare, we focus on baby and feminine hygiene. So we produce products such as baby diapers and baby pants for the babies, for their hygiene. We have sanitary pads for the women, for the girls. So and we bring these high quality products at a very affordable prices to make sure that every Ugandan can afford these prices. Because with our prices, every girl can afford to put on a sanitary pad, and mothers and parents can be able to buy for their children diapers and pants. Yeah.
All right, away from that, we do know that our children are dropping out of school on account that many do not have sanitary towels. Many of the parents, when the students are like, Mom, I do not have a sanitary towel, kindly buy for me one. They tell them, stay home for those 5 days or the week until you normalize and then you go back to school. How is this menstrual hygiene affecting education in Uganda, especially the girl child?
Yeah, we did a study as Softcare before we established in Uganda. We did a study and established that there's so many girls out there, mostly in the rural areas, who are not accessing education very well because for lack of some things like pads, sanitary pads. And with that, we decided that how do we help Uganda to bridge this gap? So that's how we even managed to bring a factory in Uganda, because we are established in Bale Industrial Park and also Lugazi. We're expanding our production in Lugazi to make sure we bring these sanitary pads to children. And it is indeed a fact that girls miss school, they miss classes because they lack sanitary pads. Because it's for a girl, any girl, it is very challenging and difficult for her to settle in class when her hygiene is not well catered for. So when we bring these products, sanitary pads at affordable prices, we make sure that at least every girl can afford.
When you go to these schools and you're interacting with these young children, are they openly discussing menstrual hygiene, or are they shying away?
They are,
describe for us the mood within these schools.
Yeah. Some are very open. They will tell you. Recently we went to some part in the eastern Uganda, and we found girls who actually use mattresses they use mattresses as their pads. So
No.
yes, they do.
Like a mattress.
Like a mattress, they cut
Like
a piece of mattress and use it, you know. So that shows you that
I'm having a hard time trying to picture
some
that.
are even using sand to
No.
Yes.
Sand?
Yes. So
How are they doing that?
yeah, of course, it's happening because they can't access some of these things like sanitary.
Like now the sand,
Yeah,
like then you tie a piece of cloth.
Yes, then it of course it helps soak the blood in the menstruation period.
That's gnarly.
Yes. So those are some of the challenges that these school-going girls are facing. And
Now, I could tell why someone would say, no, I'm not going back to that school.
Exactly.
Let me just stay home
Yes.
until this fizzles out.
Yes.
So what are you as Softcare doing
imagine,
in that interim?
In the interim is we bring now on part of we focus on good quality and also make sure that even every girl can afford, not even girl, like parents, the households can afford this pad and be able to give to their children, their girls, so that they can go to school and study like any other child without having to worry about their menstrual hygiene.
What about the issue of safe places? You know, these young women need these safe places. If let's say it is the 31st of the month, and then it just hit me. I'm in my cycle, and then it is 10 a.m. We are in class.
Yes.
Do you witness situations whereby you go to a school and there is no safe place for these young lass to go and do some changing?
Yes, of course, that happens. As a company, part of our CSR, we visit schools. We teach these children, the girls, on how to use these sanitary pads.
Indeed.
And in that process, we get to know that some of these girls, they face such challenges. And usually, you find a girl not able to. Okay, it happens for starters. People who are starting, they don't know when it's going to kick in, all right? So, but we always do this education. We give them education to tell them when they should, to be at a certain age, when they can expect this thing to happen, and also to prepare. So we encourage parents, or is at least for every parent who has a girl child, to pack a pad for them as they go to school. On some of our products, we have a pad, it's in pink, which is for people who are starting, for the young girls who are starting to start with their menstruation period.
That is great. Menstrual Hygiene Day, May 28th. How crucial is this day that we did commemorate, of course, a few months back, when it comes to this Menstrual Hygiene Day?
Yeah. To us as Softcare.
How has it impacted this whole movement?
It's very important. It's dear to us, and on that day we actually went out to visit schools, and in that process we were able to interact with girls and also give them free diapers, free pads. Sorry for that, free pads to make sure at least they are comfortable with this process, and they also get to know that it's part of life and it's nothing they can do away with, but also at least always prepare and have these things available for them.
Moses, Mugisha, Festo, there is this issue of taboos. Is it true that a young lady that is going through menstruation is not allowed to cook for the elders? Is it true that a young lady that is going through menstruation is not allowed to cross the road? Some of these taboos, have you heard of them?
We have heard of them, but I think it's cliche, but
are they affecting our children?
They do, and that's why we need more sensitization, because really it doesn't make sense for you to say that because you're going through menstruation you shouldn't cross the road.
So it's not true.
It's not
you should be cooking for your elders.
Yeah, maybe some communities
These are just
they
myths.
do it. Yeah, they do it, but it's really not.
But
right.
send a clarion call and tell them that it's wrong. It is a misconception.
It's a misconception, yeah. It's a misconception.
It's simply menstrual hygiene.
Yes,
so
yes.
as Softcare, how is your company contributing to our SDGs, before I let you go, on good health and well-being, of course?
Good health is we make sure because good health and hygiene, they are intertwined. Yeah. So good health, if we're able to have the sanitary pads for these girls, it is also good for their health. All right?
When they use sand, it's not good for their health. When they use a mattress, it's not good for your health.
Yes, they get infections and things like that. But our pads our pads are very, very healthy. We have pads and also pant liners to always make give them comfort and for them not to worry about their health, their hygiene. Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. Then also on the quality, on the part of the other SDG of quality education, like you mentioned, in schools these girls drop out, or even they miss classes because of lack of menstrual hygiene.
Before I let you go, let's talk about the prices and where they can get these products. Now, like this baby wipe, how much is it going for?
That one ranges from 5,000 to 6,000 in the retail shops, in local shops in downtown and even other local shops. That goes for around 47,000. Yes. But if you
and the sanitary towels, how much are they going for?
For the towels, we have this. This is for people who are starting. It goes as low as
the young ones in primary.
The young ones in primary goes as low as 2,000.
18 to 16 years.
Yes. Then this is for the
elders.
The elders, yes.
Goes 21 and above.
2,000, yes. Then we also have extra long, the ones for people who are caviars, the ladies who are caviars and have heavy flow. They also go for the same price.
Oh, Mugisha,
so we try to cater for all categories of women.
From Softcare, indeed. Those are the products over there. Parents, kindly take watch. You need to be buying these products for your children, especially the girl child. We need to be keeping our young children, especially the ladies, within the school setting so that they could be of help to our workforce in 20 years, 30 years. But then when you say, kindly stay home, you're not going to go to school because you are going through a cycle, she's going to be missing out. And later on, she may drop out. So indeed, let's do what we must as the central government. The First Lady, there was a point she said sanitary towels ought to be free within the school setting. I'm praying and waiting patiently for that implementation of that directive from the First Lady, Janet Museveni. If that is to happen, it will go a long way in helping do away with this problem that we are dealing with. Parents, take over the responsibility as well as the First Lady thinks about that issue being implemented. My name is Romeo Busiku. This is Morning at NTV. We will not get this information anywhere else but on this platform. Time for us to forget. But then there is another conversation on the arts. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.